Do you want to start feeling great about your accomplishments and achievements? Well, guess what? It is time to celebrate you. Welcome to the continuation of the Boss Chick series. Today, we're going to talk about how to have unforgettable fun because you work hard and now it's time to celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. And I remember as a teenage mom how all I did was, if you know my story, work, school, kids, work, school, kids. I very rarely, if at all, I cannot really remember too many times where when I was in school and I was younger in my 20s that I would actually stop and celebrate myself because I was just too busy working, 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 functioning and overwhelmed that I didn't take time to celebrate myself. And now that I am older, I kind of reflect on, you know what? I should have taken breaks and time to celebrate my accomplishments and achievements along the way. And I might have felt more appreciated within myself. And it may have given me a bigger boost and a bigger platform to be greater, faster, and better. So that's my story of how, you know, to give you inspiration to let you know that you need to stop and celebrate. Everything shouldn't just be all hard work straight through. You need to stop and celebrate. So one way that I've learned over the years of how to stop and celebrate my accomplishments is to reinforce my positive attitude. Yes, I have to reinforce my positive attitude because a lot of times we're looking for outside reinforcements and outside people to come and help us to feel better and to celebrate our accomplishments and to have fun and to unwind, after you've worked so hard. But it's up to you to reinforce your positive attitude. You have to mentally stop sometimes and take in your successes, and that's a way that you celebrate, because if you always just work hard, hard, like I was with work school kids, and I never took time to just stop and let the success set in and to enjoy the fruits of my labor, I just felt so compressed and so overwhelmed. And I really didn't get to enjoy the hard work and my accomplishments and my goals that I was achieving along the way. So it kind of felt like I never really was. And if you would just take the time to sit back and reinforce your positive attitudes by taking breaks to breathe in your successes, that helps to build those endorphins, those feel good chemicals that are released within your body when you have feelings of success and feelings of achievements. So when you stop and use your positive attitude to reinforce, that helps to build that level of fun, that level of enjoyment, that unforgettable fun of, I'm working hard, but along this road of trials and tribulations, I am enjoying my fruits of the labor, being successful and making things really pop off. So, activate those endorphins, that good feelings of sensations and positivities, taking those breaks to have a refresher. You could take a spa day or just sit around and be calm with some aromatherapies and calming music to just soak in your successes. Take those periodical breaks. Also, you have to learn how to activate your go getter energy. Once again, you work, work, work. You don't have time to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, which makes it seem like nothing is fabulous, like nothing is fun. Everything just has to be so compressed and overwhelmed and stressful. That is not a good way to operate if you want to continuously function at a level of where you're enjoying and celebrating the fruits of your labor. So go get more. When you celebrate and you stop and you reassure yourself that, look, I'm on the right track because I have something to celebrate. I've actually taken time out to celebrate. it helps to activate that energy of going to get more because it reassures you that, hey, I'm on the right track. You had time to stop and think and relish in your successes, and that helps you to know that you're on the right track. You're celebrating the fact that, hey, I'm doing some good things in my life. I'm on the right track. I know that what I'm doing is where I should be, and I should celebrate and enjoy. And it gives you that energy, that go getter energy to continue on to your next goal without feeling like everything you're doing is dragging you, making you feel like you're not doing anything, accomplishing any of your goals because you're not stopping to celebrate. You're not having some unforgettable fun to let you know that you are appreciated and you are achieving your goals. Also, in order to celebrate yourself, to have that unforgettable fun, that feeling of fun and sensation from your goals that you are achieving, is that you need to gain acknowledgement for some of the goals that you are achieving. Celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge those achievements. How do you do that? First of all, if you're working for a company or a corporation, participate in the shout outs. Hopefully they are having shout outs like at the if you're having weekly meetings or sit-ins or weekly newsletters or news blasts, put yourself in those newsletters and those news blasts about what you have accomplished and achieved, especially for a company if you're helping them bring in more revenue or more clients or whatever. Celebrate yourself. You can't always depend on other people to celebrate you. So also, if you have social media, you could put out a social media blast or a post to celebrate yourself on your own social media networks. Or if you are in network with other groups or whatever, shout yourself out. Say, hey, I did a good job on achieving my goal today, everybody. I'm celebrating. Give me a thumbs up to help me celebrate what I achieved for the day. Celebrate yourself. And then people, believe me, if you post it on social media or on a newsletter or some kind of news blast, people will give you those thumbs up to help you to know that your hard work is paying off and you do need to be celebrated. Also, you have to learn how to expose your excellence. Like if you're doing excellent things, whether you're in your own company or you're working for another company, excellence that you're doing within your family, within your community, you need to expose those things. You need to bring them to the forefront so that people will know that you are doing good things. And it's not being arrogant, it's not being conceited. There's a fine line between showing yourself celebration for your good accomplishments and being uh, conceited. That you have to know that line and that boundary, but at the same time you do need to recognize and let people know what you're doing. That way you could be celebrated not only by other people within yourself. It makes you feel good that, hey, I shared my good task. I shared the fact to let everybody know that I have skills and talents, and celebrate. You work hard. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to let other people have the opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments. You work hard, have unforgettable fun. That way, it can keep you in the mindset of being positive, in the mindset that you need to continue with that same energy, and within the mindset of knowing that you need to share your achievements and your accomplishments so that others can have the opportunity to also celebrate you. So let's put this into motion. Let's put this you work hard, celebrate into motion. And how you can get this action out there into the universe so that you can start celebrating yourself and sharing your celebration with others is that I want you to think about one of your most recent accomplishments or goals that you have achieved. Sit back and think about what that is. And then once you do recognize what that one goal or accomplishment that you recently have achieved is, I want you to uh, blast it out on social media or write about it in your journal or share it with a family member or share it with a coworker. Celebrate yourself. Say, hey, I did. You could just use one or two sentences. Hey, I did something great today. I finished planning out the rest of my 2020 so that I could be ready for 2021, right? Finishing off those goals and accomplishments so that I know that what I want to do for 2021. And that's a big celebration for most people because you've worked hard throughout 2020. So you do have to celebrate 2020 because there's been a lot of struggles and barriers that everyone has been facing with COVID and with all of the other social tensions in 2020 and the election and everything. There's a lot of tensions that's been going on. So if you have been able to achieve goals anywhere within 2020, especially from March on up until now, you need to toot your own horn, pat yourself on the back, and acknowledge yourself for achieving those goals and celebrate yourself. And I want to celebrate you right here in our Prosper Under Pressure community. So I want you to get into the habit of always trying to continue with achieving goals and making sure you celebrate to keep that energy of that go-getter energy going so that you can continue on your road to success because we don't want you to just always work hard. We also want you to stop and celebrate. So if you have any kind of accomplishments or goals or anything that you have been achieving, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. You know, we want to help you to toot your horn because if you've been doing anything well, we want to help you to acknowledge that. We want to help celebrate you. And don't be shy. Share, like, comment the YouTube, the Facebook, because we want to spread the love of celebrating each other because you work hard, you deserve to be celebrated. So be sure to tune in for our next series, part 2 of Unforgettable Fun. Next week, we're going to dive into tips of how to unwind. I gave you some ways that you should be able to celebrate yourself because celebration is fun. You don't want to just always work hard. That's not the only way you can have fun. But also, celebrating yourself is a way to unwind and have unforgettable fun. So, see you next week. Don't forget, share in the comments, DM, or whatever. But we want to be in agreement with your celebration and whatever achievements you have been making because you work hard and you most definitely deserve to celebrate. So don't forget and see you next week for another episode, part 2 of Unforgettable Fun. Have a fabulous week and see you next week, same time, same place. Mwah. Be bold, be blessed, and you know the rest. Be a believer.